Hey guys, so today I'm filming this quick little video, kind of how to take care of your hair extensions at home. So this video can really be for any type of hair extensions. Obviously I have hand-tied hair extensions, but for all of them, the goal is kind of the same. You're trying to keep your hair as healthy as you can for as long as you can so you don't have to buy new hair. And you're also just kind of trying to make sure that nothing's too knotty, because it's hard to get the knots out. So what I've already done today is wash my hair, and I've already sprayed it with a detangler, put some blowout balm in it, brushed everything out. There's heat protectant in it, but this is just air drying since this morning. I probably took a shower a couple hours ago. So it's basically already kind of dry. And this is usually when I'll go in with the blow dryer, just kind of like section everything out and round brush it. That way I know there are no knots anywhere and everything can lay where it needs to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and start round brushing. So I like to get it basically all the way dry before I ever put a brush in it, a round brush at least, because a round brush on wet hair is not a good idea. You're just gonna get your hair really knotty and the hairbrush stuck inside of your hair. So let's go ahead and start. I always blow dry down because I want my cuticle to be laying flat. I never like blow drying it up like this, at least in the beginning, especially not where like my wefts are. I definitely don't want to get a bunch of hair knotted up at the top of my wefts. Okay, so I feel like my hair is pretty much dry. I just wanted to get it in there and make sure like at the top where my wefts are, that's kind of where the moisture stays. So I just wanted to kind of make sure that they're mostly dry. So now I'm just gonna kind of brush my hair out with a wet brush and then section it off. Alrighty, let's see. So what I always kind of part it down the middle and the back. That way all my hair is to the front and I can see it all. Always start at the bottom. You definitely never want to be like brushing straight down when you have hair extensions. That's gonna put a lot of tension on your extensions and potentially rip them out. So you always start at the bottom, work your way to the top. And then if I ever do have a knot, I support where my extensions are attached to my real hair. That way I'm not pulling on my real hair. I can just brush right through. And then for the top, it's pretty much already, but I'll just pick it up and brush right through it. Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna work my way to the top. I'll like hold it like your real hair. You just want to treat it really well. And just make sure I'm never brushing straight down. Okay. So I'll go ahead and just kind of, I usually take up kind of like where my top weft is. I have two wefts in my, two rows. So where my top row is, I kind of section the hair out there and do that as a separate section. Lots of hair. Yeah, that looks about right. Alrighty. And then this part, I'll just get up out of my face as much as possible. Good enough. Okay, so now I'm gonna brush this part again. And I still always put like, so I have no hair in the back right now. I part it right down the middle, all the hair to the front. That way I can see what I'm doing and see the hair that I'm working with in the mirror. I have a mirror right here in case you guys weren't sure where I was looking. But I always do it in front of the mirror, that way I can see what I'm doing, and I'm sure you guys are at home as well. Okay, so then I'm gonna take my round brush and pointing the concentrator down. So you always kind of wanna be going down with your round brush, smoothing your cuticle out. And I'm just gonna work with this hair until everything is dry, and then move on. Okay, good enough. So now that everything is smoothed out and completely dry, I'm gonna move on to this top section and just do a quick little brush everything should still be pretty, you know, detangled. All right, now my hair is all blown out and completely dry. So I usually wear my hair like this for like a day or two, and then I'll put some waves in it, or obviously if I'm going to something, I always wave my hair. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I like to put my messy waves in. So let's do that. All right, I'm back. So now I got my curling iron plugged in and it's heating up. So this is a babeless ceramic iron. It's 1 1/4 inches. I feel like the size of the curling iron is really important. The smaller the barrel, the more curly it'll look, and the larger the barrel, the more like kind of wavy it's gonna look. I feel like 1 1/4 is like the perfect length for a lot of different styles of hair. So if you're gonna buy a curling iron, I definitely recommend that. And I do really love the babeless as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of section out my hair. So, I mean, probably a lot of the time I don't even actually section my own hair, but since I'm doing a video, I'm gonna do it. Or maybe I won't. No, I will. Okay, I'm just gonna like so once again, I'm getting like my top row of hair and the hair above that. And I'm sectioning that up out of the way. And I'm just gonna kind of swirl it. Ugh. Probably gonna take one more because I have a lot of hair. There, that's really good and attractive. All right, so once again, I'm just sectioning my hair right down the middle and the back and pulling all my hair to my front. That way, when I'm looking in the mirror, I can kind of see exactly what I'm doing. So you're always gonna wanna go away from your face and take large sections for sure. So I'm probably taking, like my first section is from the front of my head to the back of where like my ear is. And so that's like a pretty large piece. And I'm going to always have the clip facing the front, so facing the mirror. And then I'm gonna turn away from my face. So clip on the front of the section, kind of roll it down, twist. And I'm just kind of like opening the clip and scooting it. And I always leave like a good 1 to 2 inches, probably closer to 2 usually, out. And I don't hold it very long at all. So just leave that. So now I have like all of this hair left. I'm probably just gonna split this into 2 sections and that's it. Because I definitely like more wavy and not so curly. Clip on the front, run it down, twist away from my face, and just keep scooting it down till there's like a couple inches left out at the bottom. By leaving that couple inches out, that's definitely how you get more of the wavy look. If you want to curl it all the way down and don't leave any hair out, it'll be more curled. Kind of more formal looking, I would say. And then this big section I'm gonna do as my last, away from my face. In the back, you can rotate, like, you can kind of like, maybe this back one I would turn the opposite direction, but I don't really, you know, care that much. I just try to make mine look super natural. And I'm gonna pull all these out at the end, so you're not gonna really see the individual curls so much anyway. So it probably doesn't matter a whole lot. I would say the main thing when you're trying to do this look is like, don't try and make it so perfect because that's not the point anyway. And you're gonna mess it all up at the end, so don't think too much about it. So clip on the front, away from my face. And that's like, I'm leaving all that out at the bottom because I like it to look super messy. And then we'll do, so while I'm finishing this section, I'm gonna talk about like how I like to sleep with my hair. So I feel like sleeping is when your extensions will get the most knotted or matted up. So you'll always brush your hair out before you go to bed. Make sure there's no knots. And then you can either braid it or you can put it up in like a bun on the top of your head. And that's probably what I do the most. just because I'm a crazy sleeper and I feel like sometimes even with a braid it'll get kind of knotty, like not in the braided part, but just like where it's gathered in the back. So I put a ponytail up on the tip top of my head. It's definitely not like the most attractive look ever, but it serves a purpose. And then when I take it down in the morning, all of the curls are basically still there, which is really helpful for like next day, so you don't have to keep restyling your hair. I tell my clients to only wash their hair 1 to 2 times a week. That way you're not having to put a whole lot of heat on it, and it's just easier for you. But other than that, it's really just like your own hair. So I'm gonna take this section for my first one that's probably like 2 inches wide. And away from my face, clip on the front, turn back. And I just kind of, as I'm pulling it out, what I'm doing is I'm just like opening and closing this a little bit so I can like slowly pull it out. Super simple. Away from my face. Let it sit a minute. And then pull it out. And I still have all of my hair in the front. That way I can see it in my mirror and make sure I'm getting every little piece. So in each section, so I do like the bottom section and the top section. In each one, you'll probably have like 5 curls, that's it. So like maybe 2 on each side and then 1 in that middle, or maybe like 6, like 2 on each side. I don't know, 3 or 4 in the back. I'm not good with math. But you definitely, I feel like where people mess up the most is they're taking super, super tiny sections and then they end up with a really curly hair, which is not the look that they're wanting. So either doing too many curls in general is really where I think. Also, people use a super tiny curling iron and then that's really gonna change the look. It'll just be really curly, which is fine if that's like what you want. So clip on the front, twist away from my face, scoot it down, and twist. Also, the other great thing about hair extensions is your extensions hold these curls really well. I don't know why that is, but definitely my hair extensions hold the curls so much better than my natural hair used to. So I'm doing this now. I'm just getting this tiny little piece just because I forgot it. So I'll do this look now. I work out in this hair in a ponytail, like in a bun on the top of my head. And then I just take it right back down and the curls just bounce right back after you brush it. They just come right back. And then I'll usually just add like 2 curls to the front, like these pieces I'm doing right now, like this one and this one on each side of my face, and then comb those out, and that's what I wear all week long. It's so easy. People are always like nervous about getting extensions, thinking it's gonna be like so much harder and so much more work, and really I feel like it's the opposite. It's like it makes your life so much easier because your hair looks so much better all the time. You do it once and it's good for like a whole week. It's awesome. And then I'm just gonna pull this little baby out. Okay, so now I'm gonna let everything sit and just leave it like this for a minute. Like, if you feel your hair and it's still hot, it needs to sit a minute. Obviously, like this side's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna run my fingers through all of this. And then now this is cool, so I'm just gonna run my fingers through. And you can use a brush also. I just prefer to just use my fingers because it's easier. Less work. That's what I'm about. And then just kind of like fluff it. And then you have your hair's all done. So this is kind of how I wear my hair all week long. I'll usually put like a little texture spray in the top just to give me like a little bit more lift. But this is really how I wear my hair all week long. And so after I work out, I'll just put like 2 curls right here in the front, and that's it. So super easy. I hope this helped. I hope this will be a tool for you guys to use at home when you're, you know, trying to style your extensions or trying to figure out how to dry them and section them and all those things. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you like it. Thanks.